Hello. Really pray my people are having an amazing, blessed day. I just want to tape read for you guys a bit and do a review. So I'm watching Monday's low. That's currently the drawn liquidity. So I'm looking for these lows to get ran out just now. So we'll dive into the 1 minute time frame just to tape read. Amazing. So I love what I'm seeing here on the 1 minute. First things first, watching this high, beautiful. So as I'm looking at the chart now, I don't want this high to get broken. That's kind of what I'm looking at, looking for it to chase these lows rapidly. 100%. So that's kind of the fractal in price I'm looking at as we, Jesus, so it already happened as we're watching. So let's just do this. There we go. Just give me apologies for this. 100%. Okay, we can remove all drawings. So, and then let's put back the drawings actually, since we are already here. So we'll just have it, because I was just going to do this all over again, but I already had these levels marked beforehand. So let's just keep it like this for now. So I would like price to leave an inefficiency here, like what we're seeing now. Definitely disrespected that, okay? I'm watching this level now, watching this low, watching that high. So personally, I want this high to hold. I have this, and it's okay that we wicked above this. No problem. There's buy side liquidity there, but notice the bodies are closing below this, so that's okay. It's a mohawk, no problem. Watching this as well, keeping an eye on that to see if it wants to support price and probably send it higher to take out buy side here, which is what we don't want to see. So basically, if I could have these are my two levels, this and that. Those are the two levels I'm looking. So it's either, if I'm looking for sell side delivery, it's going to respect the low as it is now and then chase sell side, and ultimately, excuse me, Monday is low, right? And it's doing right that. I want to see bodies just close below that level, and I want to see bodies close below this. That's kind of what my brain is seeing. We can remove this since it didn't. I wanted to leave an inefficiency and then come back, see a similar price action to this here, and then raise lower. That's kind of what I was looking at. So now what I'm looking at is I'm watching this high here. So I'm looking to see if price will touch this high and this low and then rapidly reprice lower. That's kind of what I'm trying to see. So notice how it's supporting price, that same level, but we're still staying below this. So we're waiting for the market to break in one direction, and I think it's going to break to the downside and not to the upside. So I like what I'm seeing so far. Clean price action. We are waiting for time to play, specifically 124. So that will be the deciding candlestick of whether we go higher or lower, depending on where it opens. And I'm expecting this high that's going to form at 124 not to get raided, and then we see lower prices, but we'll see as it prints. So far I like what I'm seeing, so I like that. Notice how we open and just bump that. That's beautiful delivery, rapid repricing to the downside. I would have loved to see that on this candle, but I like that. That's beautiful. Just check the accuracy in terms of delivery, and it's a rapid, very quick, just literally one tick off, and we see this massive sell-off. Would have loved to see this at 124, but maybe we were 3 minutes late. It's okay. it's okay. So now I'm watching when it touches here. I'm looking for rapid sensitivity and shoots to the downside. So let's see if we'll get an explosive move to the downside. I like that. One tick again. Have this. So I want to see it touch there at 124 and then raise lower. We'll see though. We'll see. It touches here, no problem. Would have loved to see it scream lower, but let's see how it closes though. Still have 27 seconds left, more than enough time. Would personally like this to be the high for this candlestick. So there's still 45 seconds left. Then it should race and take out Monday's low as expected. Don't like that. It took out this low. That's clean, but it's okay. Let's just continue to watch price. It did sweep that low. Beautiful execution though, in terms of reading from that to just there. It's not too many handles, but I would have loved it to just, but it's okay. We're watching price now. But as you can see, the way this candlestick closed, I was expecting that to the downside, but it's okay. So it could be delaying buying time, just building liquidity here. Double bottom, beautiful. So it's kind of building liquidity at Monday's low. So usually retail traders, when they see this, they'll be like, definitely we are seeing support. They'll either jam their stop loss below here, below Monday's low, thinking that we'll get higher prices. But as you can see, we're definitely going to see lower prices. This was supposed to be the candlestick that breaks low, but it's okay. It manipulates to the upside, beautiful. Touches the same level which we were looking to support price. It breaks, then notice how it supports price. So I don't want any bodies closing above here, above this level here. This is the one I'm looking at. Beautiful delivery. Just want to remove these things. It looks so beautiful delivery, beautiful delivery, beautiful delivery. Don't worry, I do have an execution. I will do a review on today's price action. So now that we've taken out Monday's low, I'm not really interested in what's happening now. We just taper at that final session. So we'll dive straight into a weekly chart and do a review on what we're expecting and what we got in the market today. So as expected, we were looking for these lows to get gunned down. As you can see, we are gunning these lows down. These as well, beautiful. We were looking at this inefficiency to hold, and that inefficiency held to perfection. Amazing, amazing, amazing. So then we go into the daily chart. So we were all over the daily chart. We were looking at this inefficiency. We just refine. All these videos are on my YouTube. They have been uploaded where I'm trying to predict what these candlesticks are doing. So I did recall on my previous video that I was looking at this inefficiency. Remember? So we'll take a deep, intricate dive into the exact specifics of what was going on here. So I did say that if Monday's close is above this, then I'm expecting Tuesday to create higher the week, trade into this, and then roll lower and take out sell side resting right below, and then ultimately sell side resting right below there. That's what I'm targeting. We go to a 4-hour chart to see the specifics 100%. So now we can refine this level even further on a lower time frame. So this is the level we're targeting, this as well. And on a 4-hour, I was watching these highs here. So I wanted these highs to get taken, but as it takes those highs, there's a specific price I'm looking for that books the high so that we can see lower prices on Tuesday. But Tuesday was a really rough day. We'll go into the, so on the lower time frames, if it breaks these highs, I'm expecting it to do one thing, extend higher into this price leg. This was the price leg I was looking at. We'll dive into lower time frames as well to get the specifics of the exact level I was looking at in order to execute my sell on. So no problem. We have Friday's trading, beautiful. Rose low on Monday, huge ran up, consolidate the whole of Tuesday, breaks buy side liquidity. Now we're chasing sell side. Just another day in the office. So we'll dive deeper into the fractal in price of what we were looking at for an entry execution sell here and what transpired as we went down the lower time frames. So on a 1-hour chart, I think it's a 1 hour, yes, on a 15-minute chart, we'll dive deeper into the same fractal. So from this level now, it gets refined even further. Now I'm looking at this and this 100%. Then we'll dive into lower time frames on a 5-minute fractal to show you the exact level I'm looking at. So now in a 5-minute, things become a bit more clearer, beautiful, from this inefficiency low to that, this inefficiency low to this inefficiency high. This was the level I'm looking at. So if it's to trade above these highs, I'm looking for a measured move within this. But in this fractal in price, there's a specific level I'm looking at. No problemo. It's the specific level I'm looking to execute on is here. This is the specific level I'm looking to execute. We'll get the coordinates correct. 95. That's the exact level I'm looking to sell on a Tuesday. So we see price consolidate, creates a double top, beautiful. Most traders will have their stop loss here. Begins to tank lower, they feel safe. Retracement, beautiful, they feel safe. Breaks that low. Then it begins to consolidate, rolls lower, beautiful. Creates a double bottom. Same philosophy here. Double top, double bottom. So now it engineers double bottom. This is liquidity. Why? Because it's going to chase buy side. Once it does that, it's going to chase sell side. Consolidates, beautiful. This was an ugly consolidation on Tuesday. We had to sit and watch all of this for a day and 50 minutes till the close, basically. So an hour, a day and 3 hours, we were sitting in a 150 handle range till we broke. But we'll go into deeper time frames to see the exact specifics of what went on here. We'll mark Tuesday's price, but there's no need for Tuesday. I only have 2 levels. Monday's low, and that on a 1-minute time frame, things become a bit more interesting. Then we can see the intricate details of what happened. So this manipulation led to the upside. I was expecting it to happen in London, in the AM session, but we didn't. We fell short. We just bumped Monday's high, if I wasn't mistaken. Yes, Monday's high. We just bumped Monday's high. We just grazed it, just by the skin of its teeth. And we saved Friday's high. So as we did this, I didn't want to see this. I did honestly not want to see this because we were consolidating so much. So in my head, we've already built up the liquidity because we were getting chopped up trying to read this. We didn't execute though, but we're getting chopped up trying to read, predict where it's going to go, when it's going to do it, so that we can sell. And it fell short. This was a perfect selling opportunity to take out these lows here, but I didn't catch it. I was just watching it, tape reading, and we traded into this inefficiency. Beautiful shorting opportunity right there, beautiful shorting opportunity, and we see lower prices. But the problem is that's not the setup I was looking for. I'm looking for a massive sell-off, and we don't get that, and we just consolidate. And I don't hold trades overnight, so even though it did hit my level and we overshorted by a few handles, how many handles? We overshorted by 4 handles, no problem. My stop was just above here, and we see lower prices, but I wasn't in this execution. So what happens is now I'm waiting for Wednesday's trading, because Wednesday's trading I believe will be amazing in terms of execution, because we had such a long consolidation on Tuesday. So now on Wednesday, this is the specifics I'm looking for, right? I have Tuesday. Please note my times, New York. I have the opening price. So I'm looking to sell short. This is the level I'm looking at, right? I'm looking to sell short. This is the opening price. So I'm looking to sell short anytime we are above opening price. So now the market consolidates, rallies higher. I wasn't looking for that. Honestly, I was looking for a run up above this buy side liquidity here. That's what I was looking for. So this consolidation was okay for me. You know, it creates engineers buy side liquidity, almost like a double top here, just a few handles away from each other. So I'm looking at these two high, and that's what I'm looking at. So I want these to get blasted and then roll lower. But in my head as well, I had this double top, just this 2 candlesticks, specifically this one. So these 2 highs were too clean for me. So I was looking for a potential reversal that's going to happen here so that I can sell here to target these lows, this low, but it's not that deep. So we see price meander around, creates this double top. I wanted this high getting taken. This is where my entry would have been in terms of selling short. So once it breaks this high, beautiful shorting opportunity, my stop loss will be right above here, and we'll see lower prices. No problemo. So the market begins to trade. London session delivers beautifully to the sell side. How many handles? This was an amazing short, which I did not catch because I'm looking to go short for the real move that's going to happen. So 76 handles, 78 handles begins to chop higher. So this was beautiful price action, beautiful, very choppy, but I can read everything that's going on. Rally, we took out these lows here, but at what time did we take it? 612, 611, amazing, higher. Then I'm looking to go short when it bumps these highs. But now we have traded into Wednesday's opening price. So I'm watching this. I have my eye on the trigger. This is what I'm seeing, right? When I get into the marketplace. So I have opening price. I have the liquidity I'm looking for it to take out. I have the level I want to go short at, right? And I have my stop loss. So these are the 3 levels I have. So price begins trading beautifully, beautifully. Nice. I'm watching this. So as price prints, I'm looking for a swing low. No problem. The swing low I was looking at was this one now. I didn't want this swing low broken. This should not get taken. We should hit this before we take out that. That's kind of what I'm seeing. And price is respecting it so far. Beautiful. Then we trade here. Notice how the bodies close at that level. I'm watching that. Beautiful. And this candlestick. So I'm expecting now just a rapid repricing touch there. And even if it's a wick, I want to see that. Then we don't get it. It fails. I'm like, okay. Then I watch this low now. Then I'm watching to see price. I'm watching. Beautiful to see. Then I get this. This was beautiful. Now it moves to this. I don't want this low broken before taking out buy side, right? But if it takes out this low first, what does it signify to me as the trader? That price is weak. 100%. So we get to see trading beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And this right here, this told me everything. This candlestick told me everything. I was expecting it to explosively move to the upside, but it didn't. It's explosively moved to the downside. And we see this candle, this, and then price just starts pouring lower. I was at this, just this pocket in price. That is what my eye was looking at. Just this small, beautiful pocket in price. I was looking at that. So price creates an up close candlestick, opens higher, touches opening price. Touches Wednesday's opening price, beautiful, stop right above this. And I look for an execution. Because now I'm not expecting you to take out buy side liquidity. Stop could also be here as well, but I'm a perfectionist, Biff. So I'm looking for this high to remain intact. Why? Because it should have on this candlestick broken that high, traded into there and roll lower, but price is weaker and we see price rolls lower. But now what am I expecting? I want this low to get tagged, and once this low gets tagged, I'm expecting a retracement for it to consolidate, head into 930, push a bit higher, and then roll lower from 930, and we just tank the whole day. That is my expectation, and we'll take a deep dive into the intricate details of the execution, right? So as I said, that's the level I'm watching. Prints beautifully, sold off, took all my contracts off here. I am looking for a heavy move to the downside, but since I believe this is nothing but just a Judas on internal range liquidity, I am still looking for it to just pierce Wednesday's opening there and then roll lower. But we don't see that, right? We don't see that. So I'm sitting here and we're watching and price just begins to consolidate. So when this happened and this drop happened and we took out this high here, now I was expecting price to kind of consolidate here, just meander around and kill time distortion, and then but grinding its way higher. But that's not what we're seeing. Price is heavy. So what do we see? Price grinds lower. So as it grinds lower, I'm watching all these inefficiencies, these pockets here. These pockets of price, I'm watching that. I'm watching this pocket of price here. I'm watching all these. So I'm looking all of these to support price, meaning it trades into them, rejects, trade into them, rejects. And we keep seeing that all throughout. Then this was a perfect place to sell if you got short here. Because now what I was expecting here, I was expecting 930 to scream higher because I was expecting to consolidate here. But now since we're weaker, I'm expecting 930 to just tank because that was what I was expecting 930 to do, but up here. Now expectations had to change. But now as we are trading, right, you notice all these inefficiencies are getting respected. Then we have one inefficiency just before 930. Just before 930. Then now when this candlestick trades beautifully, I wanted to go short here. But time was not on my side. Anyways, price opens, screams higher. This, I think it was 7 seconds, just ticked higher. Beautiful selling opportunity, as we can see right there. But I had slippage, so even though I executed and the market was here, when it printed, my price printed here. No problem, slippage. My stop loss was about the swing high. It was a very hard stop from execution to there. It was just 22 handles. I've had 50 handle stop once, just because I was looking for like a 300 handle run. But anyways, we see price begins to trade lower, but on a 1 hour chart, I have specific levels marked. So now since we've already broken what I was expecting to break here, so we were here, so we've already traded. We're like in the execution when the market is just like here. When you see, notice on a 1 hour, it's just, we're literally just here. On a 1 hour, we're just here, and we're predicting Monday's low getting tagged, which is if beautiful. Just to give you perspective, my people, we are in here. We are in. Is no. Is it? Yes, it is. We are in. We are. I thought this was a 1 minute chart. Apologies. We are in, people. We are in the monies. We are in the monies. So I am going to close at 4. That's when I'll kill all my trades. But for now, I'm just leaving these beautiful runners to do what they have to do, which is run the race, run the gauntlet, and give us money, bring money back to home. Just moving it to this. I don't really care about any retracement. Don't want this high getting taken. It's fine. Okay. So now on a 1 hour chart, right? The levels I'm looking at is specifically this level, this one right here. This was the only level I was looking at to the downside. So I wanted to trade here, consolidate, roll lower, take out Monday's low. That's what I'm expecting. We'll dive into a 1 minute chart to see those specific levels as price trades into them. So now we got short here, of course. We got short here, and we took our first partials here, and we took our second partials there, and we're looking to take our third partials, right? So as price does what price does, I was actually with my people on Twitter space talking about this in live time as it was printing. I didn't trade or execute anything, but I was just tape reading with them. So as price begins to meander around here, we have the 11 o'clock price marked. Because why? I'm looking from 11 to 12 for it to kind of scream lower or just gravitate lower and take out some side, so that between 2 and 1 we can kind of consolidate, right? Which is kind of what we got, even though we're still racing lower, but the range here is smaller than the range here. Let me give you a practical example. The range from that high to that low is bigger than the range from this high to that low. You get literally half the size. So I'm expecting this price to kind of slow down, cool down a bit, and then continue after lunch, and then just screams lower heading into the close and just grinding these people out. That is exactly what I'm expecting. But anyways, just to jump, because I'm in a trade now, so I'm hyper focused on this. Anyways, so we get to see exactly that. So within these times, I'm looking for specific things to happen. Price 1 drive, 2 drive, and 3rd drive. This happens at 11. So 11, I'm expecting open, rally, creates the high, expands lower into the close. That is what I'm expecting on a 1 hour candlestick. But on that 1 hour candlestick, it should respect, on an hourly candlestick, the 1 minute price action should respect the higher time frames. I was looking at the 50% of this level from this to that. This, I'm just eyeballing it now, but it looks close enough. So you trade once there, that was a beautiful sell, beautiful. Then you can take your profits just below this low, and or when it sweeps there, but it didn't. We're tape reading this, and it didn't. It just fell short, and I like to see that because my stop would be just above this here, right there, because I'm expecting this inefficiency to hold, this one to hold, and this should not be taken. If it does that, then most probably I'm wrong. We're going to see higher prices. It's okay. So now we see price beautifully comes retrace. 11 o'clock candlestick opens, takes buy side liquidity resting right above here. Beautiful sweeps buy side, begins to scream, not scream, but begins to grind lower. Then I was looking at this inefficiency. Beautiful. I wanted this inefficiency to hold. It held price, sends price lower, comes back, touches it one more time. Beautiful here as well. This inefficiency to hold, holds, send price lower, and we get to see it grind, and then every inefficiency I was expecting it to hold, even the one that we were looking at just now as we were trading. This inefficiency right there. I was looking for that inefficiency to hold, even though I was watching this level, but perfection, beautiful, and we begin to see the market rolls lower. So that's the gist of today's execution. And just to show you that this were tape reading executions. As soon as that low was taken, I took profits. But the problem was I wanted to take on this candlestick, but I was screenshotting this whole price action to send to my people. And then when I got in, this candlestick was just like already hit my target, and I was like, let me just close here to show that I was watching this level, retraces, and then we see lower prices, and we see Monday's low gets tagged here as we're watching, and now we're just going to grind lower. I'd like to take one more partial here just to make the trader happy, So this was beautiful execution, beautiful execution, predicting Wednesday's high. We actually missed Wednesday's high by a few ticks. I wanted to predict Wednesday's high, but we got in there. Beautiful execution. If we held, which we didn't, from there to this low, that's a beautiful 325 handle run. That's nasty, but we didn't get that. We held this instead, 280 handle run, and still holding, but just another day in the office. I will drop a few videos because today is Tuesday. I'll have to drop yesterday's videos that I did. Yes, no, today's Wednesday. Yes, I'll drop Tuesday's videos, and this you'll only be seeing it on Thursday, guys. But other than that, really pray you guys have an amazing, amazing rest of your day. Love you guys lots.